Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Seth Geis and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Splendid.
Good, man. I'll tell you what, though, dang on, talking about that Wild Hunter, man. I'll tell you what, dang on.
Is that your impression of us Southerners?
No, that would be more of
that's
like
a little too educated.
Oh, yeah, it's like a more Missouri,
It does.
June.
It does. It's Missouri.
He doesn't talk
June,
like
you know
that.
about Missouri.
Yeah, I fucking grew up there.
It's one of those things like
What the
when I think of like if I looked at this whole panel, which one of us grew up in Missouri?
You
June,
probably would have, you would have probably picked John over any of us.
I would have been like, yeah,
especially with the beard.
John. Yeah, dude. Right now, John's got that Midwestern vibe going
Tell
on.
you
Yeah.
what, man, get that gun out of the back of my truck and go hunt, man. Tell you what.
All right. So if you haven't figured it out, we are talking about the Oscar Valladares Wild Hunter Maduro. The cigar is a Toro 6x52. Comes out of the Oscar Valladares factory in Honduras. Wrappers Hunter and Oscuro. Buyer and filler both from Honduras. Blended by Oscar Valladares. Price point is $9.50. Cigar is released in July of 2019. So with all that out of the way, Seth, take us through your overall experience with this cigar.
This was a really Maverick crash and burn at the bar kind of a cigar, man. If I'm going to think about Top Gun, I always say Hunter and Puros are either fantastic or terrible, and this was absolutely terrible. Flavor profile just was lacking. It just did not do anything from beginning to end. What about you, John?
Yeah, I like Oscar Valladares as a person. He's a really good guy, and he's got some good cigars.
Don't
But-
give me that. Don't do that, Eddie Ortega.
But what
Series.
Seth was saying is true. This is a full-on Top Gun crash and burn situation. And when he says terrible, sometimes people give him a hard time and say he's being a little too hard on the cigar. This was a cigar that I really struggled, and this is the difference between us and some other perhaps review sites, is that I finished this cigar and I did not want to finish this cigar. I wanted to put this cigar down at about the halfway point and say, good God, can someone just get this taste out of my mouth? It started out pretty average, and I was hoping that it was going to build up, but I'll tell you what, the char and tannins and dark earth and bitterness, it was really a slog to get through the full cigar. The thing that I can say that's positive is that the draw was bang on. I did have a couple touch-ups, so there was some issues with the construction. You guys were really hard on the pre-light. I thought that this did a great job of capturing the Hunter camo kind of feel, the band, kind of get the camo cool colors and the right orange. And the box had that kind of
colors.
Yeah, it's cool, man, because like everybody goes for like traditional, silver, gold, and this went for like Hunter camo, and I think that's a tough style to pull off. You guys are a little hard on the pre-light, I think.
Tough style to pull off.
It's a tough style to pull off, man, on a cigar.
No shit, it's a tough style. They failed, man. This is why no one does this. Sorry, Aaron, you go ahead, man.
So there was nothing more I would like to do than tell you guys that you have no idea what you're talking about. But the one thing I'll say is you guys are a little too easy on this cigar. Cigar started with oak, mustiness, paper, light chalkiness. That paper morphed into like cardboard as some baking spice and dry earth kind of joined in. Second third saw some wood bitterness join in and fluctuated in fullness. Final third saw a vegetal note join in, which was later replaced by like a pine note. Construction wasn't very good. Draw kind of moved in between loose and tight. Multiple touch-ups, relights. Strength was slightly below medium most of the way. Like John said, it started kind of average, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. The thing that this cigar gets right is that it's very rustic and raw. I mean, that's maybe the Wild Hunter portion of this, but it's just too raw for me. There might be people out there that like that. It's not going to be a fit for me. I had no experience here that would make me want to come back to this cigar at all.
You might not find it with the camouflage either.
That's right.
Hey-o.
So let's get into the scores. We'll start with the high scorer, John at 4.48. Seth was next at 4.03, and I gave it a 3.88. So John, 4.48.
I mean, the only thing that I can think that kept it that high was the fact that my construction and draw experience was quite decent, because from a flavor perspective, this is definitely a sub 4 And like you said, there's nothing about the cigar that would suggest that I would try this again. It was just not pleasant.
All right,
Seth?
Seth, 4.03.
Yeah, I mean, burn and draw saved
Saved it.
this cigar, whatever that means. So it was just bad. You're up.
Yeah, so we actually scored the flavor identical through the three of us. The only difference we had was in construction. So John had the best construction, Seth had the medium level construction, I had the worst construction. That's
It's all
basically
about that
how it
pre-light,
worked
man. I'm
out.
telling you.
So,
Telling you.
but the pre-light
Put that
doesn't
magic
factor
touch.
into the score, so it does. That doesn't.
No, I mean the that I toasted, that I light it before I cut it. I think
Oh,
that
I
makes a big
see.
difference.
I got it.
Yeah. It's my theory, anyways.
Yeah, the one thing I did think was interesting about this cigar was the wrapper had the wrapper itself had like a camouflage look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
bad.
had this weird like turtle shell kind of like camo look to it.
Yeah. Kind of looked like
I thought that
like
went well with the theme.
Like almost like the modeling on a like a really aged leather boot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's got different shades on it. Yeah.
I think if you like had an aged wrapper and it looked like that,
right,
and you could actually trust it, it's like, hey, this is like a, when Gurkha used to do all that, like, oh, it's a Cameroon wrapper from 1997 that was
right.
stored in the back. I mean, then you'd have like, oh, okay, this wrapper looks like it, but it's no, man.
All right. Any other final thoughts from you guys on this cigar?
Yeah, don't pick this up as an example of the type of cigars that Oscar usually puts out, because he's got some good cigars, and unfortunately, this is not one of them. So I would say pass over this and find something else in his portfolio.
I liked it. I liked it.
You'd be one of those guys who buys this wearing the awful camo and the orange, the hunting orange, that gets too drunk.
Ear flaps.
Goes out there, doesn't probably even shoot the rifle at least once, smokes a cigar and talks about, I mean, I guess if they're having a good day with it, they can be dumbasses, but this packaging is awful.
Well, they're probably
even the little
sell
camo flap. The camo flap is the little ghillie suit flap.
You know, that's funny. I actually thought that was fantastic.
It's
the
because
little ghillie suit flap.
Of course you do.
I was like, tell you what, man, I see that. I'm gonna pick that up, man. I'll take that home. It's looking good, man.
It's because you're Canadian, man. You're like
what accent is that? That's what,
dude. He doesn't know, man. He
King of the Hill, man.
There's a dude in King of the Hill that talks just like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Texas, isn't that like based in Texas?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's funny because it's not Texas at all. Like
Yeah.
nobody in Texas sounds remotely like that. Like you can go to the farthest out reaches of Texas, and no one even sounds close.
No,
to
man,
that.
you can't go anywhere in Texas and hear that.
I mean, I guess this is probably sell like at the register at a Cabela's or something, right?
Yeah, I mean the packaging is almost. That's why I think you guys are a little hard on the packaging, because I do think the packaging is what's going to sell this cigar. Like the camo theme, the ghillie suit flap on the cigar box, there are 100% is going to be guys gravitating towards this. I just hope that experience. Some guys, but I just hope that experience doesn't put them off the entire line, because some people smoke one cigar from one line and they're like, "Oh, I didn't have a good experience, so all the cigars must suck." And it's like, well, for me, this is a pretty big outlier for the Oscars that I
say that the guys who were probably smoking the cigar don't know what the fuck they're doing anyways,
right?
So that they'll probably keep smoking because they don't know the difference, because they're,
I mean, I hope they enjoy it.
I hate to say that. They're probably not even watching this.
No offense.
Not.
No offense.
Go F yourself, guys.
They're in a duck blind somewhere. All right, if you just
take it away with that accent, John.
Yeah. You just catch this video on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to us. We'll check out the full written review on the website, developmenthouse.com. Follow us on the social media channels and catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Developing Palates, man.